Elijah, how you
Yo,
feeling?
man, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling blessed.
Before this fight, in all of your pre-fight interviews, you were saying you were coming to get a knockout. You were coming to get that 50K. In all, I mean, you're probably going to get that, right? So how happy are you?
Man, I feel really happy with my performance. Everybody, they were talking about, Kazama's grappling and everything, and can I withstand that? I always knew that I feel like I'm a good wrestler and a good grappler, and I knew that if it went to the ground, I wasn't gonna be afraid. So I mean, those leg locks and heel hooks, they weren't close at all. I just knew I had to stay calm, and once my opportunity presented myself, I had to go out there and take it, and I took it.
What was your specific game plan? Because as you said, he's a grappler, you're a striker. So like, were you expecting him just to shoot on you the entire time?
Oh yeah, that's why I threw a flying knee in the first couple of seconds. We knew that he was going to shoot right away, so I was hoping it. I timed it perfectly, but the spot, he's lucky I missed, or else it could have been even a faster night. But yeah, I mean, our whole game plan was to stick that jab in his face, keep him clean with the striking. But you know what? Did he take me down? If he got a takedown, I am. If he didn't, then yeah, okay. Because I can't remember if I got taken down and then I ended up on top. But either way, I knew that if it did go to the ground, I just had to stay calm, do what we do, get back to the basics, dig for underhooks, get back on top, and once I'm on top, find the shots. And man, I feel like I was hitting him with some heavy shots when I was on top too. So I feel like, and I could feel like with every shot he was like breaking. And that's when he threw up the triangle, and the rest is history.
To talk about that slam and kind of how it was you were setting it up. Was that something in the back of your head, like you were thinking maybe this could happen while he was in that triangle, or was it just kind of like you saw it, let's go?
Yeah, no, that wasn't something. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't believe he could get me in the triangle. So I'll give him his flowers for attempting and getting close to it. I promise the next time I won't even get close to that. But I just being in jiu-jitsu tournaments where I have video of me like when I was younger and where guys got a triangle and I lifted them up in the same way. And my dad always told me. I remember that one time he was like, if this was a fight, man, you could have definitely slammed the sugar honey iced tea out of him. And this time I finally had the opportunity to do it. I can't do it against training partners. I love my guys. But, when it's somebody random that you don't know and it's for, everything is on the line, oh, yeah, you about to get slammed. You about to get slammed on your dome piece.
Yeah, absolutely brutal slam, obviously Rampage slam.
Yeah.
I mean, can you just talk about just how brutal it was? And, I mean, he was down for quite a amount, obviously. So you're excited, but you see your opponent right there just
I'm
fucking
over
lifeless.
Yeah, I'm over here dancing around. Yeah, let's go. And then, I'm still full of adrenaline. And as I look to my right, I'm like, damn, he's all right. Maybe I should calm down a little bit. give him his piece real quick. But, this is everything that we worked for. And I knew I was going to go out there and impress the fans and impress myself, show what Victory MMA is about. We're a small gym out of Colorado Springs, Colorado. My dad started it back in 2009. So, yeah, we got a lot of talent that's coming up, and this is just the start of it.
Do you think that was the statement? Obviously, there was a lot of hype coming off of you, your dad, and then your good regional run, and then Contender Series. Then your UFC debut, you go in there with a fucking really good UFC vet, right?
Yeah.
So there's still hype on you, but do you think this was the statement that was needed?
Yeah, this was definitely, in my opinion, this was the statement that I needed to prove to myself that, Elijah, you can go out there and you could go get a finish. You could go get that highlight knockout, go viral, and you can do that. You're more than capable. But when the lights shine, just do it, man. Just be you. Be Elijah Swift Smith. Be somebody who you've always been your whole fight career. And yeah, it's just so crazy how it all played out.
Do you think that that knockout is enough to get you out of the Apex?
Shoot, goddamn, I done fought at the Apex like 3 times, so I hope so, man. I'm trying to get on the T-Mobile, MSG, something like, I'm trying to get out in the fans. I feel like if this was something that was, man, if we were in front of like 20,000 people, this would be like the whole arena would be going crazy, probably still. So hopefully this would be the one that gets me out of the Apex. But if not, I'm all fine, just as long as my pay goes up.
When would you like to return?
Whenever. I mean, I feel like I have some. I don't even think I really have just some bumps and bruises from my end, just from ground and pounding and all that stuff like that. But I'm not. I'm not concussed. I don't have any injuries. Weight cut went great. Fight went great, obviously. So, whenever they give me another call.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Elijah, obviously a Rampage-esque out there. Do you think we'll be seeing him hit you in the DMs here soon?
Man, he better. They better hook me up with some of them Jackson chains. I'll tell you what. Man, some VVS's. Come on now. I like to stay flashy. So, but yeah, I mean, wasn't what I expected. Wasn't what I game planned it to do. But that's life, and you just go with the flow. I'm a leaf in the wind. So wherever the wind takes me is where I'm gonna be.
You're one of many guys that come out the Fury scene. So your performance tonight is just one of many showings. So what do you think that tells the people about Fury and everything they got going on?
Yeah, definitely. I think Fury is one of the best organizations outside of the UFC for guys who are trying to get to that level. And, they put you in the right positions, get you the right matchups. And, yeah, I mean, if you fight in Fury and you're winning constantly and you get a belt there especially, man, you're more than UFC ready. So that's the closest thing to the UFC, out there. And yeah, they always treated me well. Shout out to Eric and all those guys. Man, they put me in the right position to get me to where I am today.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Elijah, congratulations on the win. You're only 22 years old with this incredible knockout and a lot of great experience right behind you. When you take a look at your gym and everything that it stands for, what makes victory so special?
What makes it so special is that we don't have to have 10 other UFC guys, ranked guys. You come in. I do the same classes as the newbies, as the guys that are just coming in. They just want to do this for a workout. So it's like I'm in the UFC and I'm doing the same basic stuff that you're doing. So there's no reason why you can't be successful. All we ask for you is to come in, give 100%, and our motto is hard work, dedication. Are you willing to put in, a lot of hard work and dedicate yourself to the sport? Because if not, then maybe this gym isn't for you. And a lot of people, they don't like my dad's coaching style just because he is on your ass. He's gonna be on your ass. He's always asking us where you're at. Why aren't you at training? And you need a coach like that. You need a coach. Whereas, some people are just MMA nomads. They're traveling gym to gym. But we're also a tight knit family there. Like I can call up anybody at the gym if I needed something or if they needed something. We got each other's backs.
I mean, you're only 22 years old and you're fighting at the highest age. When you take a look at your upbringing and the support system you have, how have you seen that impact on the day-to-day to get you to where you are now?
I just see like a lot of people, they show me love, especially back in my hometown. I mean, I have my own day. It's called Elijah Smith Day, September 17th, which is the day I won my contract to the UFC. And, man, it's just endless love and the support. Everybody, they're so, they've been really protective of me. They're like, Elijah, don't stay out of the mix. Just stay, go to the gym, go train. You don't need to be here. And, yeah, it's just like, I don't know, it's just overwhelming love that I get from everybody back at home. So I just want to keep being a good inspiration, a good role model, and especially not just to my friends and family and fans, but also to my daughter, Naomi. She's now a first grader. She started school the other day, so fortunately, Daddy wasn't able to be there. But I promise, when I get back, I got something big for you.
What do you think she's gonna say about that knockout?
She's probably gonna be like, "Is he okay?" Yeah, because she's very caring. But I still don't think I think she knows what I do, but I don't think she quite understands. I think she probably thinks this is just for fun. So I like to keep it that way, and I want her to make sure every time I go into these fights, when I come back, I try to stay try to not come back with a black eye or with a cut, or anything that I indicate that I was in the fight. So I just want her to know that Daddy's okay, and we're gonna keep riding to the top.
Has she come to any fights yet, or is that even not even a
No,
question?
I actually, that's one thing, I don't really have her come to my fights. I wish she could have been able to come to this one, but she started school. I think this one would have been a really good one. But I don't know. It's just something about the atmosphere. I want the kids to be at home and not have to worry about this or whether, Daddy's going to get hurt or something like that. I'd rather not put that stress until she gets older and starts really understanding. I want her to just be a kid and be like any other 6-year-old.
and outside of the octagon, on social media we see a lot of your fight stuff, but YouTube there's been a lot more content in terms of day-to-days and day in the lives and vlogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Is there anything you're working up soon?
Man, actually this time was we didn't do anything too much. I really wanted to focus on getting this win and getting a finish. So I just kind of cut all the the behind the scenes out this time. But if you're a fan of me and you know me, go ahead, search my name up in all musical platforms, Shakur the Bag. Go stream my music. I'm about to go ahead, drop another song out. I promise this ain't no Tyron Woodley, okay? I'm shooting shots. Nah, but I love Tyron, But I think I'm the best artist in the UFC until somebody proves me wrong. So, yeah, go ahead, go stream that out on all musical platforms.
There you go. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Tyron catching strays.
I know you're like, man, what the hell? Who the hell is
Somewhere off to the side, his ears are buzzing.
Yeah.
Well, just one on that. Who would you say are some big musical influences?
Oh man, Drake. That's number one. Drake, Kanye.
Anything older than that? You got to go way back.
Yeah, I mean, I like Biggie. When it comes to lyrics, obviously Tupac, is my middle name, Shakur. That's where you get Shakur the Bag. But when it comes to music, I like to think of myself as being an artist and not just a rapper or a singer, because I feel like when you put yourself in one category, they categorize you in that one, genre. So I like to say I'm an artist because, yeah, I can get on an R&B song, I can get on a hip hop song, I can mix it up with EDM. I feel like I have that capability and to be successful in whatever.
And I know you want to get out of the Apex, and I know for us that have seen you through the contenders here, I know we're feeling pretty good to be able to see these performances that you've put here, and it's amazing to see. So the only quick questions I have is just about the technique with that slam. We've seen others try it. Why was yours so effective? And what was the key to actually be able to get that knockout on that?
So I don't even think there was no technique. I just knew I had to pick his ass up as high as I could and just slam him on his dome piece. So that was about it. I was like, all right, once I got him up, and yeah, you know what they say, what goes up must come down. And I was like, when he comes down, I got to put him through the mat. Like, I got to, put him in his grave. And that's exactly what happened. And, the follow-up shots were just a cherry on top. Boop. Yeah.
And then last, because I know some people were wondering online, when you drove him in, did the head make contact as well? I know some people were saying that it was a slam, but there was a headbutt in there as well. Did you remember any sort of head contact when you slammed him?
Nah, I just thought I just slammed him through the cage. I mean, I would have to go back and look because I don't remember that. I mean, I don't feel anything that feels like a headbutt. But I mean, if that did happen, then shit, he should have let go of the submission. He should have let go of the submission, or two, he should have hooked the leg.
That's what a lot of, I think even the commentary did that as well. There's a 50-50 moment. At some point, you got to go and defend yourself. If you were in that situation, would you have let go and try to at least put the arms down? Are you surprised that he didn't let go of anything?
Yeah, if I was in that, I wouldn't actually be in that position because, two, I don't like being on my back. That's one. But let's say I was in that situation, I would have hooked the leg immediately. Like, that's something that we drill day in and day out. It's part of, just the basics of going over the triangle choke. You don't want to be in front of the guy trying to get the triangle choke. You want to be able to get perpendicular to cut off that air circulation. So the fact, like, we like to say you want to get teed up on somebody when you're in the triangle because you need that angle. Angle creates strangles is what my pops always says. So, I mean, for a guy that's a high-level jiu-jitsu artist, it sucks to see that he made that mistake, and that mistake is what cost him.
Congrats on the victory.
Thank you.
Just quickly for me, is the goal now, obviously you mentioned an MSG or a T-Mobile fight, being able to make the walk out there with your own music playing?
Hell yeah. That's why I haven't, when I first got signed, that was the goal. Like, I'm trying to walk out to my own music. But I was like, I'm a hold off. Like, if I keep fighting at the Apex, I'm not going to walk out to my music. Because I want to walk out to my music when I have fans in the arena where they're like, oh, damn, who's this? Yeah, motherfucker, that's me right there, yeah. So, whenever they schedule me, whenever I get an opportunity to fight in the arena, yeah, you guys will definitely hear me or see me walk out to my own song like Roy Jones Jr.
Hope we see that soon, man. Congrats.
Well done tonight. Just a quick one for me. I see you got the backpack on because you're taking them to school.
Yeah.
Right? they're gonna talk about this fight forever. The Slam KO, especially with Contender Series coming up. How cool is that they'll like you're part of that now? Those highlight reels, like synonymous with it.
It's just crazy, man. Life has been, I mean, since September, like my life has just like totally just changed. And with my pops, he just said it earlier. He was like, man, with that type of performance, with that type of knockout slam, like you changed your life. Like now you're gonna be on a bunch of memes. People are already blowing up my phone left and right. My phone is going off crazy. Yeah, but to be cemented now in UFC history, like we already made history as being the first or the second father-son duo, the first African American father-son duo, and then also to be, I think I was the 15th KO slam. Well, and to just cement myself in the company really means a lot. Shows how far we came.
That's awesome, man. Congrats. Well done tonight.
Thank you.
Right over here. So obviously people in this room know that your father was a former UFC fighter and that you're the second father-son duo in UFC. But maybe people who tuned in tonight didn't really know your story and where you came from with Contender. How old were you when you first got started, and when did it click that maybe this was what you were going to do?
Yeah, so when I first started I took my first fight in 2021. I started training in 2022. I graduated high school from 2020, in 2020. So during COVID year, me and my pops were training. And when I took my first amateur fight, I was 18. And my first fight, this is how I got my nickname. I knocked the guy out in the first round in 15 seconds. Boom. And I was like, okay, that was cool. Let's book another one. Booked another one maybe like a month later or so or something like that. And everybody's telling me, you got to knock him out even faster than that. And I was like, shit, I don't know. I went out there and knocked that guy out in 7 seconds. And from that point on, I was like, let's go, man. This isn't something that I planned for. Everybody always talked about it when I was growing up. They always asked me, are you going to be a fighter like your dad? And I would always tell them no. But, life has a funny way of, humbling you and bringing you towards something that's meant for you. And this was meant for me.
You brought your gloves back to your team and had them try them on now after this win, and you talk about wanting to motivate people. What do you do? What do you bring back to the gym this time, and what are you trying to motivate them to do?
I bring them back just experience, and I always bring back my gloves. Or what I like to do is I don't wear a lot of the gear, so I like to give some of the bags out to the younger kids, or even the older folks. Like give them some hats, like, hey, like this is fight worn stuff. Like this is some stuff that like people are auctioning for. But if I see you, and I don't just give it out to anybody, I give it out to the ones who are out there, who I see day in and day out, training their butts off, and they're really dedicated. Because I want to give them something that motivates them. I think me just being in the gym motivates them, but when they get a gift that comes from me, that I think that really gives them a little bit more push. So that'd be my thing.
And then finally, what's the name of the walkout song?
The name of the walkout song from today?
The next one of yours.
Oh, the next one. The next one will be Risk. Yeah, I made a song. It's already finished, and I'll be dropping it here in probably like the next week. And the hook just goes, I just took a risk. And that was me just jumping in the deep end, jumping into, MMA, and seeing where it goes. So I feel like that was more than appropriate to name that song Risk. Thank you.